We are here to create value, to generate real sales, real profitable sales for the e-shop, for the affiliate, and of course, for ourselves.
You're listening to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast, powered by Affiverse, ultimate destination for affiliate program news, insights, growth opportunities, partnerships, and affiliate program strategy. Welcome back to this week's Affiliate Marketing Podcast with me, your host, Leanne Johnston. And today I'm excited to have somebody that is really reshaping what affiliate marketing should be looking like in an industry that has been growing exponentially fast over the last 12 months. Joining me today is Doran Burorescu. I hope I've said that correctly, but you can correct me if I didn't with the pronunciation.
It's all right. Thank you.
Joining us this week, and we're going to be talking about Business League, which is a new concept that he has created for e-commerce brands that are running affiliate programs working with multiple partners. But before we get into all of that, and before I get Doran to actually explain himself and his background and why I brought him onto this podcast, you've kind of been in affiliate marketing since 2009, which is quite pivotal because at that point, like, the internet was changing in a big way. We had, the diversification from search into social. We had all of these different platforms and entry points into the internet. You bought an affiliate network. It was turning over something like 10,000 euros a year. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. And fast forward today, you facilitated more than 828 million in GMV. What made you decide that traditional affiliate network model needed to be completely reimagined, which is what brings us here today to talk about Business League? Like, what led to that story and that creation of what you've made?
Thank you so much for the opportunity, Annette, and for the question. I would like to start by thanking you for everything that you are doing for the affiliate marketing industry. And really, all of us who are listening to your podcast and following your events, we appreciate a lot that you are promoting the best practices and also the early trends. So, after I bought the platform at the end of 2009, I was an affiliate. I started as an affiliate. I didn't do much, but I realized the potential of the business model, cost per sale, especially in e-commerce. But very soon after that, I realized also that the traditional way to decide how marketing budget is spent is not the proper way to do it in affiliate marketing. What I mean by that is that in the traditional way, everybody who decides something about the budget has to have the approval of their superiors. And also, so you will choose to allocate the budget how your boss or your client will approve.
100%. If you work in agency side, that's correct.
Yes. But in this model, where you pay only for the result, actually the budget is allocated by the affiliate. So he is taking all the risk. He has to have the right to decide how the marketing, his own budget is spent. So I decided to build a full self-service platform to look at affiliate marketing more as an ecosystem, a marketplace with full transparency for all the data, like any marketplace in the world, based on one single criterion: the number of the sales. Because if e-commerce would have a scoreboard, that's what we will all measure. How many sales did you do today? Come on. How many sales are you able to generate for, 500 e-shops that are here in a platform, if you are allowed to decide how to promote that e-shop? Of course, in traditional marketing and for anything else than e-commerce, of course, the brand strategy and the corporate communication is important. And, I believe many people don't understand that affiliate marketing is at the end of the buying cycle. So it only can capture demand. And that's built in the how it's priced, as I said, cost per sale. So that, and also the fact that we started in a very small market in Romania, which in 2009 and 2010 was incredibly small. And in no other way we could have survived because we are targeting SMBs. we have big brands around, but our power is that we help local entrepreneurs to fight the global marketplaces. This is our mission.
Yeah, you're helping the little guy, and the little guy needs an edge in order to actually stand out and win publisher support. And so you've created a model, and maybe it's a good time to get into like our second question, which is what is the business league? Like really to explain the mechanics of it. But also, you know, I think it's important for you to tell our audience a little bit about your background, because you're coming at this from an affiliate's perspective. Most affiliate networks are built by developers who are building a tech stack. They're worried about tracking and attribution. Whereas your model has come at it from how do I make this exciting for the partners to actually want to work with these SMBs who can't compete on price. They can't necessarily compete on, you know, distribution or product or whatever it is, customer service, you know, all of the mechanics that all of these big brands compete with. How do I make this still an interesting proposition for the affiliates to pick it up? And I think that's the story of what Business League is, that it's been approached with an affiliate's mindset to actually help smaller, you know, e-commerce entrepreneurs get a foot in the door in the market with a concept that keeps them engaged. So tell us about what Business League is and start getting into the numbers that you shared with me, because it just blew my mind when I read how these smaller e-commerce brands are leveraging this mechanic with their publishers to exponentially grow their sales. So start there.
Okay, so maybe I have to say that before affiliate marketing, I used to have an agency guy. I had several advertising agencies, and I reached the limit of my patience to work with corporations. I hit the roof, and I said, no, come on. In order to access the big budget, I have to do something that I don't believe in. And I think it's sometimes bad for that brand.
Yeah. There's parameters and paperwork and processes and bureaucracy.
It takes 6 months. Yeah, it takes 6 months to make a decision. Yeah. And when the strategy that may have been good 6 months ago, right now, but you don't, it is not. And you have to implement that because that was approved. No, I said, okay, I love marketing, but this is not the way for me. And I sold my shares from the agency, and I sold actually one of the first performance agencies in Romania, Hyperactive, in 2009 to Initiative LOE. And I honestly was depressed because I discovered marketing. For me, it was like, this is what I'm going to do my entire life.
Born to do it, yeah. Yes. The same with me with affiliate marketing. I was born into this. Yeah.
Yes. And I discovered, as I said, I had a small publisher in Romania, and I tried affiliate marketing. And the model blew my mind. I was doing Google Ads since 2004. So I was already amazed by the fact that some people are still paying for exposure and awareness when you can pay per click when somebody is searching for your product. And so I was hooked by performance marketing since the early days. And once I understood that this project, the affiliate platform, which I was growing in, and I learned about it, I met the founder, an incredibly talented developer who saw the opportunity. As you said, he saw the technical opportunity, like all the other players in the market in those days or earlier, but he didn't see the true business potential. And we got friends. And when I bought the platform, I have to say, Leon, that I thought that I'm going to tell people what to do. So this brand, you should work with that brand, and you generate a lot of sales. And in my not so humble opinion back then, I was one of the best marketers in the world. I have to say, I had that ego. But once I got into measuring what link generate actually a sale or 1,000 sales, what blog post or what keyword or in what context people actually are making the buying decisions, is completely different than what the marketing people in those corporate offices are thinking.
And I think we are only at that level now in this industry where we have that level of data to actually tell us the real story, because a lot of it has been assumed based on models, on behavior, on assumptions on how consumers are searching for products and services. And now we're getting to an interesting intersection of the internet where data is now real. And when it becomes transparent, which is what you've done, it kind of shows you a lot of things that you never knew before, which we're going to dig into in a minute. But get back to the story of Business League. What is it and what does it do?
Yes.
Because we need to tell people that.
Think Premier League for marketing. A championship where we have e-shops. So we are active only in e-commerce, only cost per sale. All we need is a product feed and a good enough commission. That's it. So we have the e-shops as they are competing as teams, and we have the affiliates who are competing as players, so to speak. Of course, each affiliate can work with all the e-shops and the other way around. It's an open market, but we display the number of the sales made by each player or team in a certain amount of time, which is 28 days, like the perfect month, starting on Monday and ending on Sunday, as it should, And based on the number of the sales each player is making in these 28 days, we have different levels. So we have freelancers who are below one sale, all the freelancers, they don't make any money. Then we have startups from 10 sales to 500 sales in 28 days, tracked by us, paid by us, everything. I'm talking only what is happening inside our ecosystem. Above them, we have companies, players or teams who are generating more than 500 sales each month. Then corporations, more than 3,000 sales per month. And unicorns, more than 10,000 sales in 28 days.
So do you know what I love about this? I love the fact that you've changed the terminology. You've come up with terminology that doesn't put you in a box. You're not a creator or a publisher or a media partner or a business partner. You've changed the terminology completely so that it doesn't matter where you fit. It's just based on your results. It's results driven, which is what performance marketing is. The other thing is that you've given it's almost like a nano microsystem that you've built for small e-commerce brands. So every mom and pop Shopify website owner to connect with publishers on a very simple, easy level without prejudice. And the reason why I say prejudice is because some brands don't want to work with content creators. Some brands say they don't want to work with sites that give discounts or cashback. You've taken all of that away and you've gone, how many sales can you make in a month? Because I want to work with the people that can actually sell my product and make me money. Now, you talk a lot about transparency, which is kind of nerve-wracking for marketers because you don't want to give away all your secrets, but you've gone, no, I'm going to pull the curtain back. If you're going to play in this ecosystem, everybody's going to know which shop is doing the best right now. Every publisher is going to be able to pick up that offer because they see other publishers making money from that brand. And so it almost puts the onus on the advertiser, the e-commerce shop owner, to be the best that they can be with everything that they have. So improve their landing pages, make sure their offer is updated, make sure they don't have outdated coupon codes in the checkout, basket. It's almost forcing the entire ecosystem to be the best that they can be because the transparency is so apparent. Is that what you've actually seen in the numbers? Like the theory to the reality?
Yes, definitely. It was surprising how many people, we are showing a lot of data since the beginning, but it took us a while to put them in the right format, to find the right format of contest, of championship, because we've been doing a lot of formats in the last, since 2012, I believe. So it was amazing when we first published the ranking of our clients, of our e-shops. And somebody called me, like, Dorian, I saw the ranking today. I thought I was your biggest client. Oh, my dear, no, sorry if I make you feel that way. I'm happy, but you are only on the 17th. Also, other people are getting more sales than I do? Yes, man, they do. It's possible. And I believe this is the most important aspect of transparency. if you have an ecosystem where the reward is fair and there is no limit in what you can gain, it's only upon your ability to use technical tools. But more important than that, I believe a lot of people don't understand that the best affiliates are not only the guys who know how to handle Google Ads or I don't know what tool. They are the best marketing budgets specialists. They invest their own money and they only think, how can I make more? How much a sale for this shop costs me? 35 cents. Okay, what do I get on average from the shop? 50 cents. That's it. I will do that. And they build algorithms based on each and everyone's personality, aversion to risk.
So I want to say something here, because I think a lot of affiliate managers see their publishers as entrepreneurs. They see their publishers as, content specialists or paid media specialists. They've never seen their affiliate or their partner as a trader, because that's what your partner is. Now, the trading mindset is, am I going to make money out of this deal? Not, because, you're nice, I like you, so I'm going to promote your product. That's not how this works.
Our best affiliates never heard of Kotler. Like, honestly, they just discovered that the mindset in this world, in a cost per sale model in e-commerce, what matters is, as you said, data and how you use that. So the only thing that we are asking is a product feed. And I know brands are usually coming, even if it's a mom and pop shop or a big brand. No, we have a history. We understand our client better. We have to have the briefing. No, man, just give us the product feed. And if you have a competitive offer and there is a demand that you haven't reached yet and you can't because of, I don't know, budget, competence, time, or we were going to find that demand if you are able to serve it. But that's the deal. That's the only deal. And of course, offer a good enough commission, because many times the brands are stopping budget, putting a budget cap in affiliate marketing. I don't understand this to this day.
Old school people don't, but new school people are like, well, there's a budget and everybody has a budget line and there's responsibilities. But to me, if I was running a business, big or small, enterprise or not, I'd want to put my money where I'm getting my sales, irrespective of what channel it is, at the best cost. And I, in my 25 years, have never seen the affiliate channel ever be more expensive than paid media or like PPC. I've always seen the affiliate CPA back out at much less than those channels. So it beggars belief why there's a limit on spend in performance. It kind of doesn't make sense. But there's lots of rhymes and reasons, and CFOs get involved and everything else, and policies and all of that kind of thing. So
there are still stupid decisions, because this one is not a channel. I mean, it's not a different channel. It's a different framework to buy actually traffic or sales in the end. So, and it's like, well, look, if it costs you more, it means it generated you more sales. Why would you stop that? I mean, if it's a healthy model, if you have the right margin, the commission that you're paying is set right, if you have enough supply, because sometimes it happens that affiliates are able to sell, 10,000 dresses, and after 1,000, the shop said, oh, that's enough, that was our stock, let's sell these, panties. Yeah, we understand that you would like to sell those, but we were just finding out, how to sell those dresses, and we were doing a good job.
So that's actually a good point. Don't change your offers too often, because affiliates need time to actually bed that experience in, that learning experience in. Now, you do talk about transparency and you talk about CPA, okay? But what I do want to ask is, have you seen that the transparency has had any negative impacts? So is it driving up price wars between brands that want to be at the top of the leaderboard? And how is that being managed? Because, me being an experienced marketer, that's the first question that I would ask you is, how, if I give all of this transparency, can my competitor not keep driving the cost of my CPA up in order to get those sales? How does that get managed in the platform? And have you actually seen that as a problem?
The first risk, and this is something that we are facing constantly, is that other networks are trying to recruit our affiliates or our clients. That is happening all the time. But inside Business League, they can actually see how many sales this guy is making, the source traffic. So it's like nirvana for anyone, any affiliate manager. Really, you can find. But, first of all, this system built on transparency is also like a value system for everyone involved. So one of the things that amazed me that it kills the ego once you know that you are actually on the 17th based on the only criterion that matters here. So maybe next time when you talk to the guy who is number one, Liam, trust me, it's a natural respect, like in the tennis players, when they salute each other, they may be friends, but one on the, 27th, and the other one is the first in the world. And everybody knows that, nobody contests that. And once you have this, of course, they are copying each other a lot, this makes them better.
Well, it's also what lever, because you can price match somebody and still not do as well because your after-sale service is poor, your product catalog isn't updated. There are so many trigger points that make the number one. Understanding and deciphering their recipe for success, call it, would take you hours. So you just need to be sure that you're being the best that you can be. So I would imagine that it spurs you on to try better, but it also makes you focus deeper on yourself so that you can become better.
Yes, you understand on the other hand, because sometimes you look at the guys in top and you may think, that's easy. I'm going to start doing that. And from next week, I'm going to beat them. And usually you find out that the path is much longer than you have thought, and you have to put in the work. And actually, if you are brave enough and smart enough and put in the work, you will get there. But it takes a while. And you find out about yourself how willing you are to do all of this. Or maybe, and usually what it happens, if somebody is really determined, it will start with a price comparison engine, and then he will switch to Google Ads, and then we'll start another project, maybe an app, a shopping app, until he cashback project. We have an affiliate who built an amazing cashback project in Romania, and he started like this, testing traffic sources until he found something that he understood and it can execute it well, and he went all of it. And speaking about the numbers, indeed, when we publish our numbers, like last year, we had 137 million euro in GMV for almost 900 e-shops and 5,700 affiliates, with an average ROAS of 11.9 from non-branded traffic. This year it decreased, our ROS decreased a bit. It was 11.14 in March. But still, we are by far the most efficient way to allocate the marketing budget. This is where I'm looking at affiliate marketing, because they are the same traffic sources, the same publishers, or the same from Google or TikTok or Facebook, but you buy traffic from them differently, decided by the guy who are investing the budgets. Doesn't make sense. I would say this is the most important thing that I made different, and we are making it different. We start from this.
But the other thing that you're also doing is you're putting the affiliate first. So what we're forgetting as well is that, we're getting older, right? But not in a negative way, but our audience is getting younger. So the next generation of marketers who grew up in video games, they don't want to have just a price every month and say, here's your commission incentive. They want to experience the gamification, the energy behind being. So talk us through the gamification of the platform and how that works, because I think that's quite interesting.
Imagine, one of the most successful features that we have started as first 100. Who can generate 100 sales in the shortest time? And this is like an ongoing contest. like during a round, those 28 days, each category get to play this. And the first who plays that gets the prize, I don't know, 25 or what, 50 euro something. And whoever will beat that time during the round will get the prize as well. And guide affiliates are trying, and their e-shops as well. The competition is for the teams as well. And they are trying to compete to, of course, we are tricking them that it's for the prize, but it's not for the prize. Can I do it better than this guy? And even if they are fourth, yes. And so this is the speed. We have a target strike competition for conversion rate. And you can, and it's like, I register now and I should do that in the next, I don't know, 6 hours or 12 hours. That's like a year from now.
So you're spurring action with psychology, the gamification of psychology. You're making them focus to get to the goal. Whereas normally a campaign is launched and you say, here's your commission, and you sit back and you wait and see if the affiliate delivers. You're not actually incrementally encouraging them every week going, hey, you're not number one on the leaderboard this week. What are you doing to get to number one? It's not built for that. It doesn't give you the tools, whereas your platform does. It's got the tools plugged into the management structure, which then enables you to have stronger touch points with this younger audience of media buyers, content creators who haven't grown up in the same era that we have, but we're trying to manage them like we would want to be managed, because the tech stack is built on old rails, built on old ways of doing marketing, whereas your platform has looked at, what is this next generation of young affiliates coming into the marketplace, building e-commerce businesses? How do they actually want to be managed? And your platform has built the solutions to help advertisers do that.
Yes. The way I am looking at this is like to reward some healthy behaviors in a meaningful way to help everybody to get better at that specific thing, like the conversion rate or the average order. We have a competition who can generate the biggest average order for a portfolio. And then if they want to win that, they will choose different shops with bigger AOVs. But fundamentally, this is gamification. And I remember I used that for my kids as well. I was giving them points for brushing the teeth, or I don't know, stuff like that. And they asked me after a couple of days, Dad, but if we brush our teeth twice, do we get 2 points? That's important to set the rules right. And it took us a while until we got to this format and with everything. Because also the affiliates and the shops, they were like, okay, can I maybe sneak in a bit? Sometimes not even for about something for a gain, but just to win this, to help myself, I don't know, the podium. Oh, you cannot do that. No, we are playing by the rules here, everything, because this transparency has to be backed by a very strong ethical and professional set of rules. What a player can do, what he cannot do, how we punish those who are trying. And of course they are, but we are starting from the e-shops. It's their responsibility to have the tracking code intact. If they don't, and we catch them after, we have a lot of system of monitoring, but they have to pay proportionally for the traffic the affiliates send during that time. And if they don't solve that, we just stop their affiliate program. And for the other side, for affiliates, one of the biggest traffic sources is Google from us. But we forbid and branded traffic at all for all of our advertisers. We have tools that monitor that. And if you catch one, we are spending them, that is not allowed. We are here to create value, to generate real sales, real profitable sales for the e-shop, for the affiliates, and of course, for ourselves.
Well, I think that the transparency piece is the bit that keeps the bad players out, because it's so transparent that they will be found. Whereas they could hide in a normal network for a little while until somebody goes and does a little bit of digging and, starts to look at what's the churn and return rates and all of that kind of stuff. So I like the fact that the transparency it's a little bit scary, because you're going to have to, tell all of your competitors what you're doing, but it's also a little bit safe because it's going to keep the bad actors out. So what you're getting is genuine sales. Now, you've launched to the Shopify App Store, which is quite exciting because that pretty much opens up a global footprint for you. So what's the plan with Business League and actually taking this concept that you have now proven and tested in Europe through to, other regions like Australia and the US where e-commerce is just as big? What's the plan?
Right now, we just launched now in Ireland. Yeah, we are really happy. There is no local affiliate platform here. I realized I've been living here since 2021, so I realized that the British Empire neglected the island. It was too small. No harm intended, but that's the thing. And we are pushing with everything that we have to become the first local affiliate platform here in Ireland as an entry point to the English-speaking market.
So, if we've got clients like Nike already signing up into the kind of gamification and happy to share their data, that's quite promising. It means that other brands will follow suit because when the bigger ones bite into this and want to test it. And we've actually seen, not that I want to date this podcast, but Target recently has also gamified their creator program. So I can see how this is becoming more mainstream with the bigger brands adopting it first, which is always the case when something like this comes up. But if you're listening to this podcast and you maybe not working for a big brand, go check it out because it might give you a little early first mover advantage to start thinking about how you run your program differently based on the results that Doran's team has had with Business League. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens when you take this to the US, which is a much more mature market than the UK. But hopefully that will be next on your agenda too. But everything has to start from somewhere. So the other thing that I wanted to say is, what's your 5-year vision for this? Like, where do you see Business League kind of entering into the market globally? Are you going to do partnerships with other more mainstream networks so they can plug into this concept that you've built as well? Or are you looking to kind of launch Business League in every country as a separate model? How can people get involved? I guess that's the question that I want to kind of lead you to.
For now, we are focused on how to understand the local e-commerce entrepreneurs from here in Ireland, to really understand where we can make a difference, what kind of traffic sources work here. And we are putting all the efforts here. We're going to be at an event in Belfast. So this is our focus, to understand the market. It seems it's quite similar with Romania in 2010. I have to say it's a bit not so advanced, with a lot of businesses switched online only because of the pandemic, for no other reason before that. So it might be a right moment for us, and we are focusing on that. I have to say, I kind of count of the Irish diaspora. If this business succeeds here, I'm quite sure, because I met a lot of Irish entrepreneurs and they are thinking globally from start. In 5 years from now, I don't know about Business League. I hope it will be the first mover into
mainstream
this
adoption.
Full transparency. Yeah. And especially to look at affiliate marketing as I said, the marketplace, an ecosystem. It's not an agency with a tracking tool, which actually all the other platforms, that's what they are.
I kind of want to term it as how one man changed the face of affiliate for SMB brands, just by turning the ecosystem into a fully transparent vehicle that enables everybody to win. And maybe that can be your strap line. You're welcome to take it. But we've got to the fun part now, which is the rapid fire round, where I throw 5 questions at you and you've got to answer like shooting from the hip without thinking. So my first one for you is affiliate marketing in 3 words.
Cost per sale.
Love it. Gamification, genuine performance lever or industry buzzword?
Industry game changer.
Okay, I love that. Finish this sentence. The future of affiliate marketing is?
To become the framework to spend performance budgets.
I love that. One thing e-commerce brands consistently get wrong when they start an affiliate program, from your perspective that you've seen. What do you think that one thing is?
That the affiliates are taking all the risk.
Okay. If you could have dinner with one person in the global performance marketing industry, who would it be and why? Like, is there anybody that you've ever met that you've gone, wow, I'd love to be at that?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Totally.
So their affiliate program actually built our industry, to be honest. And they still have, 40% of the global market. This is insane.
I know.
So, with Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
I would never lecture a dealer.
So Jeff, if you're listening to this podcast, give us a call. We'd love to have you on. But yeah, no, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. I hope that you guys have been intrigued enough to go and check out Business League, that you are thinking about gamification for your affiliates, that you're looking at how you can run your partnership programs differently without any labels, that you can get more transparent and actually see how that helps to drive your sales forward. So Doran, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast. I love what you've built. I think it's super interesting. I'm going to be watching it like a hawk to see how it unfolds into the UK market soon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was a really nice discussion that we had.
I'm spending so many hours at my desk and I'm not seeing results. What am I doing wrong? That's one of the smartest questions you can ask. Listen to the Affiliate Marketing Podcast for a start, and go to affyversemedia.com for all the support, optimizations, and inspiration you'll ever need to scale your affiliate program to the stars. What's that website again? affyversemedia.com. affyversemedia.com. affyversemedia.com.